Good afternoon and welcome to the July meeting of the Murfreesboro Historic Zoning Commission. We do have a quorum, so I call the meeting to order. You all should have received in the packet the minutes from the last meeting of June 18th. Are there any corrections or additions or clarifications that you'd like to add to these minutes? If not, the chair would welcome a motion to approve.
I'll move to approve.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? The minutes are approved as written then. We have a bit of new business that we weren't aware of, but welcome to it, Matthew, to the meeting.
Thank you, Chairman Thompson, and good afternoon, Chairman Thompson and members of the Historic Zoning Commission. Just a bit of housekeeping that I wanted to let all of you know about. Ms. Diana Tomlin, who has been with us for about 2 years and has been advising the Historic Zoning Commission for several months now, among other duties, has accepted a position in another community here in Middle Tennessee. And so first of all, we want to congratulate Ms. Tomlin on her new position and her new opportunity. It'll be much closer to where she lives, and so I know she's thankful for a shorter commute. And we know it'll be a great opportunity for her. And we also want to say thank you for 2 years of service to the city of Murfreesboro. And Ms. Tomlin has been a very important part of our department. For the first 8 or 9 months that she was employed by the city, she was the person who was in charge of our special census. And so it was a daunting task, considering that that in 2018, 2019, people don't rely on the mail as much as they did back the last time we had a special census. So, but she worked very hard on that and getting us an accurate count, as accurate as we could be counted anyway. So we thank her for that. And then since then, she's been doing all sorts of things in our department, helping out with the Board of Zoning Appeals, the Historic Zoning Commission, the Planning Commission, City Council, and we really appreciate her time here with the city, and we wish her nothing but the best. And I wanted to let you know about her good news here at today's meeting.
Thank you very much.
Diane.
Were we that tough on you?
You were just awful. I had to leave.
Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Dinah, it's your last meeting, I guess, then?
It is,
If you-
yeah. I gave my notice last week, so I have the rest of this week and then next week, and then I'll be at the city of Franklin. So.
If you would mind, then, it's your last meeting, go over our first bit of business then.
Well, your first bit of business here is the replacement for 401 East Main, some columns that were in bad repair. And it would be an alteration, and that's why it would need to come before you. I can't just approve it administratively. And the applicant was going to bring in samples today because he said he could not send us cut sheets or anything like that because these will be made once he has approval. They're a one-time thing made specifically to match exactly what is already there. However, we do not have our applicant this afternoon, so I guess we can defer this maybe until the next meeting, and I'll find out what's going on with that. Also, Donald Anthony, the planning director, will be sitting in my place for the next several months for the Historic Zoning Commission, just to let you know.
As a-
Who did you say, Diane?
Excuse me?
Who did you say?
Donald Anthony.
It's a temporary role till a permanent,
I think so. I don't think that decision's been completely made, but he will be here, and he's very capable, so.
Diana, I'd like to say the best of luck to you. And
Well, thanks.
I'm going to miss you.
Well, come have lunch with me in Franklin.
And it's been wonderful to have your life in the planning department, and you do a great job.
Well, thank you so much. I am passing on the information about applying for the, what's it called? The grant for our survey.
Okay.
Donald has all that information, so I don't want that to fall through the cracks for you guys, so we should be ready to go whenever that comes up. And we have a few items from last month that we thought might show up again. He's aware of those, so, you know, we're not going to miss a step here, or you all are not going to miss a step. Donald's got it under control.
great, thank you.
All right.
In the absence of information, does the commission want to discuss this any further, or any concerns or information we want to pass on to Diana's replacement to get that information ready for the next meeting?
Do we have any idea what the material is going to be?
He has sent me a few emails, but I don't want to speak on his behalf. And we have asked, Jim had sent me some specific questions that I forwarded to him. He was going to come back with showing exactly what manufacturer it would be and who is doing what, but we don't have that right now, so.
If my memory's correct, they're being manufactured by Sledgecraft, which I understand is here in Murfreesboro. They are primarily known for their wood items, but I understood this was going to be a synthetic material, so I assume it's sort of like a plastic ground sawdust sort of thing, which we've never had before. They say they will match it exactly, but they have not sent anything in the way of saying, here's an existing column that we kept, and here's one we put beside it that is brand new and duplicates it. They have said they would match the capital exactly. And I wonder, it says, I didn't catch that it was plural, that it's columns.
It's several columns, yes. It's several
So the
columns that are in
question
disrepair.
is, and we have a range of what the prices may be depending on the material selected. I'd love to know how many columns there is currently there or should be there, one's already missing, and how many are to be replaced. It is a corner lot. I'd love to know if it's possible to move all the original ones that are good, put them in the front elevation and put the new ones on the side or something that makes sense. But I know I'm getting into her checkbook by saying so, but as an architect, I'll have to tell you, I've never seen one match exactly. Especially the capital. These are not simple like Doric capitals. They are ionic. And if they put them up and then they're wrong, or what are we as a commissioner or the city going to do? Say, take them down? I don't think so.
I do know, Jim, that Sledgecraft has a wonderful reputation, and that they truly are craftsmen who.
And based on their website, when I went looking, they do beautiful work, I have to say. But it's just whenever I've done projects as an architect, it's very difficult to match.
Yes.
I would add that I've worked with Sledgecraft replacing the bases of some columns just a couple blocks away on a home I owned previously. These bases are they were set directly on the concrete, and that's what starts the rotting. And of course, it looks like Linda's has gotten some roof rot as well. But in my experience, they were able to exactly duplicate at least the base of my
The
columns.
shaft, or the actual base the columns
This
sits on.
yeah.
But I agree with you, Jim. I think we do have reason to be concerned, but I guess next month we'll find out.
If it's possible to communicate to them that we would like to see some pictures of ones they have duplicated
Okay.
in another house that has existing columns and one of those next to it that they replaced, so we can see just how faithfully they did it. Especially if it's not a Doric capital, Corinthian, or this being an Ionic capital with the volutes on it. It's not easy just to make, and so many of them today are made of aluminum. I'm not saying theirs are, but aluminum or plastic or what have you. And I haven't seen the ones that are made of something else, synthetic.
So it's a waterproof MDF that they used when I worked with them.
Okay. I just think we need, it's difficult to blindly review this and approve this without more information. Otherwise, it's just on faith.
Yeah, it was my understanding with the applicant that he would be here today with all of this information, showing us some samples of what he would be doing and giving us some guarantees on the exactness of what he's trying to do. But he's not here, so
Yeah.
here we are.
What is the pleasure of the board?
Would move we defer any vote until next month when we have the opportunity to meet with the applicant.
All right.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? If not, all those in favor to defer the new bit of business, please say aye.
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 Those opposed? The motion carries then to defer this particular item. Is there anything else, Diana?
That is it.
If not, then the chair, this is probably our quickest ever.
I know.
The chair would welcome a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn is called.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned.
We're done.
Thank you.